Opium and common sense collide. Starring the CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. Welcome to Debate Crypto. Happy New Year, crypto fam. It's your boys, CryptoKeeper and BlockchainCrusader. As always, we are here for the first time in 2022. So I hope everybody had a great night last night. I'm super excited about the new year. Miguel, did you do anything exciting last night?
I played Monopoly, and I beat everybody in my family.
Listen, you know when you're a veteran, when you play Monopoly on New Year's Eve, as opposed to going out and getting silly. Now, let me tell you this. What I did was just about as exciting, not quite. I laid on the couch. My daughter literally decided that she wanted to stay up, apparently, to bring in the new year because she kept freaking waking up. That was exciting. And actually, by chance, true story, by chance, we were watching a movie last night. My wife never wants to watch movies. We watched a really good movie last night. Lansky, you ever seen that? It's the Meyer Lansky story. He's a gangster, head of the basically a whole bunch of casinos and mafia stuff. At any event, it was like a true story about him. It was cool. But because my daughter kept having us get up and go check on her and put her passy back and do all that, guess what? 2 minutes prior to midnight, the movie was over, and we literally said, "Oh, it's about we're gonna see the ball." Okay, cool. And we flipped over to it, and yeah, just the timing worked out cool. We did a whole lot of nothing, and you guys know, I'm the boring sober guy here, so you weren't gonna hear any wild tales unless it was like an old one. You know what I mean? So, crypto fam, if you're just coming over here from TikTok, we appreciate all the support. Make sure that you guys are subscribed. And then, if you're in the live chat, if you're wondering how to do that and you're on mobile, just X out of live chat, smash the like. So without further ado, Miguel, let's get into it, dude. What is on the podium this afternoon?
2022. That's what's on the podium today, bro. What more can we talk about, right? It's a whole new year. There's a whole new expectation for crypto. There's a whole bunch of different things happening now. That the past is the past. 2021 is behind us, right? We didn't hit 100K in December, but that doesn't matter anymore. Now we're focused on the future, right? What's going to happen in 2022, and let's not dwell on 2021.
Yeah, I think it's funny because so many people had their predictions together, all the way to I'm talking about everybody from a small channel like ourselves that just started out recently and trying to grow, all the way up to BitBoy and Altcoin Daily, and I've seen a lot of them doing essentially just nice little apologies. Nothing, not like they owed anyone an apology, but just saying, hey, you know what, I was wrong, and so I'm going to take this just 2 seconds right now to tell you, I was wrong, right? I thought that we were going to have a massive blow off top and be done by the end of the year, but here we are, right?
I agree, Nick. You were definitely wrong.
Oh my God, Miguel, for the record, guys, has never been wrong, and so I don't know how he gets along with his wife in that manner, because my wife is somebody in this world that's never been wrong. So maybe their relationship's a little bit different.
Have you seen Game of Thrones? Have you seen Game of Thrones?
Yes,
Do you know Jon Snow?
Yes, the guy that. I don't want to give it away, but
yeah, Jon Snow. One of his famous lines: "I don't bend the knee." Right?
Yeah. So you're not bending the knee on any. That's right. Okay. So Miguel is not wrong, but I will tell you that I was wrong. So we are happy that you guys are here. Let's kick it off with a little bit of a quick little market watch here. Let me see what we got going on. So I was all the way down into the hundreds here because I was looking something up for people. All right, so Bitcoin up about 3%, which tells me just about everything else in the top 10 is going to be up 3%. ETH, Binance Coin, Solana's up over 5, Cardano's about 4, XRP is at about 5, Terra's at about 5, Polkadot's up 7. Polkadot actually just jumped back into the 10th spot there because Avalanche, I think, had flopped it and back and forth. But let me pull something up real quick, Miguel. Let me take a look at the Bitcoin chart here. Actually, man, I'd like to do it with Market Cipher on.
Yeah, bring up Market Cipher on TradingView.
Yeah,
in the meantime,
let me do it real quick.
In the meantime, I'll be telling the people a fun little statistic. I have not verified this statistic yet. I literally just saw it maybe a few minutes before jumping on here, but it seems about right. Supposedly, Bitcoin, every the first week of every year for the past 4 years, Bitcoin has ranged between 7% to 36% in gains on the first week of January.
Oh boy, I like that.
So right there, gonna be sprinkle coming into the new year with a little bit of sprinkle of hope right there that this first week will be a good one for Bitcoin. Let's
We've
shoot
got a
for that
little,
36%.
little
Yeah,
hopium on the front end of the year.
yeah. Let's shoot for that 36%.
I'm all about it. So, guys, this is actually, I'm going to show you a couple charts, but this is the 4-hourly that we're looking here on Bitcoin. And one of the cool things about Market Cipher, and we'll get into this more and more as we get comfortable with it, is that it basically has some like little easy things to verify. One of them that they do is green dots. Now, you can have multiple green dots. You can have green dots, 2 in the same place, this, that, and the third. But this is a green dot on one of the, is this the money flow, Miguel? Is this
The momentum wave. The
the
blue one is
momentum
the
wave?
momentum wave. Yeah.
We've got a green dot on the momentum wave. And if you look closely at this, basically this is curving back up. And as you look up at the chart, we have a little bit of momentum heading towards the top. And Miguel, correct me if I'm wrong, we've got a little bit of a spinning top right here. Yeah. A bullish.
I can't see the wick on that one, but the one before that one is definitely kind of a.
Okay.
Actually, that might not be a spinning top. The second one might be I think what they call a. Never mind. They have like some weird name for it, like a hammer or something
Bullish.
like that.
Well, the bullish hammer, I think, is the one right before. At any event, guys, we are working. One of the things that we're doing on this channel is we're working heavily on trying to get better at giving you technical analysis. But what I'm looking at is the 4-hour looking bullish here. We've got a nice little uptrend that we're working on here. A nice little channel right about here, going in the right direction, right? So that's good. That's fantastic, right?
We just need some more volume.
Yeah,
volume is kind of low, but it is the weekend, right? So the volume is always
dude, it's New Year. It's New Year's Day, right? You know what I mean? Like, let me shrink this.
I mean, I don't know what's more important to be doing than trading Bitcoin right now. Man.
Well, hey, I'm with it, bro. I'm with it. Oh, I forgot. Oh, there we go. All right. So we are still, as you can see, in an overall macro downtrend here. But again, we've got some of the momentum moving back upward, right? We've got a nice little green candle here with a little bit of volume on New Year's Day. And guys, one of the things I want to say, right, is we all believe in crypto, in Bitcoin in the long term. That's where we're headed. This is just the beginning. I love the on-chain analytics. They say that the whales are buying, the institutions are buying. Guys, the end of the year, we had a bunch of
I don't know.
Pause for drama. And I literally just had the biggest brain fart ever. We had a bunch of
selling
basically
pressure.
We had a lot of selling pressure from some wash trading at the end of the year. That's definitely been part of it. The second part is there was a lot of expirations at the end of the year going on, and that'll hold the price down as well. So I think we're headed back in the right direction, dude. I think we are going to see if we don't see a nice move in January, I'm not going to give up, but I'm going to be like a little like, what is going on here, right?
I mean, we'll see, right? Supposedly, there was a lot of selling pressure from China. Huobi was moving its operations out of China, so a lot of investors were selling. A lot of selling pressure from there because of that. The whole rumor was that was supposed to end yesterday on the 31st, and they were supposed to be completely out by then. So starting this month, we should have a lot less selling pressure from Asia, therefore giving Bitcoin some room to breathe and maybe have a little run back up. Not saying we're going to hit new all-time highs in January, but we're going to start crawling our way back up.
Rob wants you to stick that hopium in your pipe. Hey, listen, Rob, we're always looking for it, brother. We're always looking for that hopium. We love it. We love it. We love it. Let's jump into the chat. We're going to do a little bit of a freestyle today. Got a couple things we want to touch on. We got Eminem. What Eminem buys a Bored Ape yacht club or something. We'll get into that in a second.
$400 something thousand right there on an NFT.
What kind of a world do we live in when people are literally
paying
$500,000 for a freaking at any event? Let's see here. What do we got?
Got a good question here from Dean.
Yeah, hit it.
Do you guys think that we will go below 43,500?
Go ahead, Miguel.
I don't think we're going to go below 43,000. That's a very specific number. I don't think we're going to go below that. I don't think we're going to retouch that 42K level again. I think the lowest would probably be somewhere in the 44. And that's at worst case scenario. I think we're just going to consolidate here for a little bit, maybe drop a little bit lower into the 45, 44s at worst case, and then start crawling our way back up. That's what I
Okay.
think is going to happen in January.
So if, I don't think so either, but I think the big number for me that I'm watching, if we do drop again, is 42, and then ultimately we don't need to get into that whole hoopla, but 40, right? So I don't think we're going to drop below 42. There is a major, major, major level of support at 42, and I would be, just call it what it is, worried if we drop below 42. 43.5 also, I know why you're asking that. That's another major level of support, which is why Dean's asking about that. I actually saw I think altcoin daily, among some other people, that, and Jebb, I think we're talking about that 43.5 number. And so yeah, I don't know, I'm looking forward to, listen, John C put it really well. Everything else was wrong. We're in new territory, right? The
100%.
reality is, I mean, the only person that maybe had pinned this, there's two people that I can think of. There is blockchain backer, but he's already called a bear market, so I'm hoping that he's wrong, right?
Yeah.
And then we've got
Benjamin
oh,
Cowan,
Benjamin Cowan, right? Who does
who's been calling
a
for the
different
extended
kind.
cycle.
Right. And he does a different kind of analytics, right? Now, hold on a second. Back that up. Jebb's been calling for 100 to 150K by February for as
Let's
long as
go.
we can remember. And so that definitely could still be, could still be on. So
Man, I think worst case we don't see a lot happen between now and March when the next interest rate hike is supposed to happen. That might get delayed. Something might come up and that not go the way or it's being said that it's going to happen. And I think that will maybe cause a huge spike in Bitcoin. I
yeah.
think we're going to have a move upward and the upward momentum before there. And then I think that might be like the big ignition of like, okay, boom, Bitcoin's going to
Yeah.
skyrocket now.
We definitely need it. Drop a 1 in the chat if you think that we are still in a bull market. Drop a 2 in the chat if you think we're in a bear market. Cameron actually just brought something up, says we need to hold 46.9 on the daily. He believes that if we close below that, we retest the previous low of 39.6. Cameron, I'm going to tell you, I think that if we close below 40, I think it's over in terms of the bull market. That's what I think. And so I'm hoping that we don't even have to find out. But yeah, drop a 1 in the chat if you still think we're in a bull market. Drop a 2 in the chat if you think we are
I
in
actually
a.
want to bring something up that I've
Yeah,
been thinking about for a few days now,
yeah,
right? We're talking about inflation. We're talking about, if we have more inflation this year because the interest rates don't get hiked up and this and that, we have this hyperinflation. We're going to see Bitcoin skyrocket. And we've talked about multiple times, right? 20, $30 million Bitcoin, right? That's our retirement. That's our goal of retirement for Bitcoin and Ethereum, all these things, right?
yeah. Oh
100,000
yeah.
to 80,000 Ethereum by 2030.
Yep.
But if we do continue to see more and more inflation happen between now and then and so forth, would this price increase for Bitcoin even be significant?
No.
Right? Because what if Bitcoin is increasing in price because of the inflation? Everybody's like, "Oh, you see, it's an inflation hedge. It's doing great." But at the
But
same
it's really
time,
just
what is that? What is
it's
that?
moving at the rate. It's moving at the rate of inflation.
Like just right above it,
Yeah.
right? So it's like,
Right.
yeah, it's making you some profit, but what would 300,000 really represent in the next 2 years if we go into a more hyperbolic inflation rate? So yeah, we have $300,000 Bitcoin, but what does that really solve you, right? Are you going to gain any financial freedom from a $300,000 Bitcoin, or are you just going to be still living paycheck to paycheck, right?
Yeah.
I've been thinking about this a lot, waiting for that big moment. Might not be that great. We might actually be setting ourselves up for disappointment.
You know
$1 million Bitcoin, and we're still broke, right? Bread's
the
costing 100,000.
Right. Like over in Venezuela, right? The
Yeah,
the
yeah.
the bolivar or whatever. It's like 6 million bolivars for a burger. Um, so yeah, I want to actually touch on this, right? Uh, well, before I touch on this, I want to finish my thought there. What you were just saying, Miguel, is part of the thing that I want people to remember what I believe, and I've been talking about this for a while. I don't see a situation where we don't have what I view as an opportunity to make a big purchase, right? What do I mean by that? What I mean is that we as a society, as our world right now, I feel like are coming to a head. And I think it's going to happen at some point. I think it'll happen this year to where something bad's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be like some big, long, drawn out, awful thing, but I think it's going to be scary. And I think that I want to just push out a little bit of hopium here to people and let people know, scratch a couple backs here. When it happens, if you believe in crypto today, wholeheartedly, then when that happens, right, whatever the case may be, as long as you can still believe in crypto with that same vigor that you have right now, then there is no reason that you shouldn't be able to make some life-changing gains with that. Because I will tell you, part of the reason that I've been able to do so well for my family, part of the reason that Miguel's been able to do so well for his, is because we've believed and continued to buy when there's, the cliche blood in the streets, right? Buying Bitcoin around, 4K right after the plan, the thing, right? And I just want to throw out there that if something like that happens and we have that happen again, or something, to that extent happen, take advantage. Not financial advice, but just take advantage and pay attention, because those are the opportunities that can be life-changing. But Dominguez Entertainment, thank you. Hopefully you're well, actually, I know you're a subscriber because you're commenting in the chat. As new as crypto is, I think we should all hold strong for the next 5 years. Buy and sell, but keep bags and variety of coins. Listen, Dominguez, this is absolutely
100%.
my estimation, a 100% fantastic comment. And I'll tell you why I think that. I think it because you're right? Because it is new enough and still growing enough that if you're in the correct projects long term, it's a win. Why would you pull out? It makes no sense. So get yourself invested in those projects that and that's why a lot of times Miguel and I talk about, Bitcoin, Ethereum, we'll talk about projects like, Solana and Avalanche, and I talk about XRP, and then Miguel tries to stomp on that. And then, we talk about these top tier projects though. And so Miguel, I think you would agree with that as well, right? I mean, holding those key bags is going to be important, and that's what's going to make you that millionaire, so to speak.
Yeah, 100%, right? Long-term investors at dollar cost average do better than the day traders in the long term. That's just a statistic. That's
a fact. And speaking of millionaires, this stuff kind of irritates me, to be honest. But Eminem buys Bored Ape Yacht Club Ethereum NFT for $450K. Okay, here it is. You can see it right here. It is a white ape with a gold chain on, his little Marshall Mathers looking hat. And ultimately he spent 123.45 ETH. That's 452K on Thursday night, and made it his profile picture on Twitter. Miguel, I don't even really want to go farther into it.
Yeah.
Talk to me about why. Why is Eminem why are these artists? Because it's the cool thing to do, or because they believe in it long term?
I don't think they believe in it long term. I think it's the cool thing to do. I think it's them trying to become relevant somehow, right?
It's a flex, right?
It's a flex. It puts them on the news, right? People start talking about him, bringing him up, making him relevant, right? Why is Kim Kardashian, dating Pete Davidson or whatever his name is, right? Like,
have you seen the memes on that, by the way?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, of course I have, right? Of course I have.
Hold on. The best one, real quick, is there's a new variant coming out, and it's gonna be called Pete Davidson. You know why? Because it's gonna screw everybody. I loved it, dude. I was like, that is fabulous. Continue, my
man. So I think it's just one of those things, right? It's just what's this called? Just a thing to get attention of the media. It's also, I don't know if they're getting, some kind of deal with the creators in the background, or maybe some whales of the project, and they're like, hey, buy this, we'll give you the money or whatever, just make it relevant for us, keep the name out there, right? So people are this. But honestly, in my personal opinion, I think that is a gross and disgusting way of spending ETH, right? They keep talking about, oh, well, these NFTs put you in an elite club. You know what puts you in an elite club? Having hundreds of Ethereum, having a few hundred Bitcoin, right? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
And people are spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of Ethereum over and over and over, buying all these NFTs to be part of an elite club of what? Of apes, bro? Like what is Steph Curry gonna do for me if I can talk to him? Cool. Okay, yeah. We want to talk about basketball, and yeah, I understand he's a millionaire. I understand he has connections, but I just feel like holding the actual asset is a way more VIP club to be part of than holding one of these NFTs that, yeah, the floor price is high, but how often are your, if you put it up to sale right now, how quickly would it sell, right? So what does it do for you for it to be worth so much if you can't, if you struggle to sell it?
Well, I mean, Dennis would give him $50 for it. I mean, you know what I mean? So Dennis is ready to buy that Bored Ape. Dennis, I'll pass along the the offer there. I'll see what I'll see what the old Marshall Mathers says. Now, I agree with you, Miguel. They're buying assets that they are essentially have no real utility. They don't, because it's a flex, and because it's
Yep.
because people know what they are now. And so I think that they are hoping that they're essentially buying a Monet or, a Michelangelo or whatever, like a piece of art in that fashion. But I think that they also understand exactly what you said. It's about relevance. It's about what's going on right now. What tells people, hey, I'm here, right? And that is a way to do it. Hey, I spent $500,000 on some ridiculous freaking little picture of an ape, right? Pete Davidson is living proof that genies do in fact grant more than 3 wishes. Oh my
Actually, I want to say Pete Davidson is the proof that no one's actually ugly. People are just broke, right? If you
dude.
got money, that's all you need, bro. It don't looks don't matter. Looks don't matter. Don't worry about getting all that cosmetic work, right? Don't worry about getting that bodybuilder work, body. Don't do all that gym stuff. Don't eat healthy. None of that
Just
stuff.
get
You just gotta
money.
get big money. Go get money,
Just get
and
money.
the ladies will appear.
Dude. That's hilarious. I actually didn't know that was that the whole Pete Davidson was a thing. And then last night, we were flipping through the channels, and he was hosting Miley. Actually, Miley Cyrus' top came off last night, by the way, during her New Year's party, and Pete Davidson was hosting the party. And I don't remember what my wife said, but my wife made a comment about Pete Davidson, and my wife's kind of in the know about like stuff that's going on. She pays attention. I don't. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, what do you mean? This dude's like dated Kim Kardashian recently. He's dated and started rattling off. And I was like, really? Dude, that guy's not even attractive. And she was like, I know, that's kind of the point. And then she showed me the meme. Yeah, exactly. So we definitely had a good laugh over that. And now I've been looking and seen some of these funny memes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dean wants to know though, and Dean, don't talk about my ETH about this way. What was the gas fee on the 400? You know what, Dean? Let me tell you something though. Little known fact. There's a point at which the gas fee isn't moving. It's just a transaction fee at that point. I can tell you that I have had a gas fee before, true story, that was the same gas fee on an $800 transaction as an $8,000 transaction. That's disgusting, first of all. But been there, done that, seen the t-shirt. So.
The gas fee on our giveaway, right? If you do some transactions late
Oh,
at
dude,
night,
that was
gas
fantastic.
fees are way lower, right? We gave away $500 in ETH, right? At first, I thought, let's not do ETH. The gas fee is going to probably be ridiculous. I looked at it. It was $5. That was the gas fee.
$5, which just it was the right time to be putting that out there. But yeah, we gave away that $500 as part of what we're doing here. If you guys are looking to get more involved with Miguel and I, get more involved with our community, we have Debate Crypto Academy. It's debatecrypto.academy. Okay. Ultimately, to make a long story short, we are educating people so they can make better decisions. We are if your time is valuable to you, right, we're going to help take all of the things that you could be searching for endlessly on the internet, jam them into one place and help you learn. We've got Crypto 101. We're teaching people to trade. We're working on, NFT and gaming and all these things as the bear market arises. We've got a lot going on. And if you are subscribed to Debate Crypto here and you're one of the members of the Academy, we're giving somebody soon 1 year a free access to Market Cipher. That's like $1,000 value there, guys. So
Yep.
throwing that out there. Maybe it's worth the $50 investment into yourself. And then once you realize, hey, I got into this to try to win Market Cipher, and then I realized that I'm like actually really learning, and this has been great. Cool, you guys will stick around. So
Exactly.
would
I
love
just
that.
wanna address this real quick. Someone says, like the hat, I appreciate it. We're gonna have to get a
No, it's
sponsorship
hair.
for the
It's hair. Oh,
it's
okay.
hat.
Oh, well, I thought he was, I thought he was talking about my beautiful hair, but okay, got it.
So yeah, it's Busted Tees. Busted Tees, I think is .com. I'm not sure, but just put it on
Yeah,
Google. Busted Tees. That's where you get this hat. We're gonna have to ask these people for some sponsorship for of the channel.
dude, they're
I'm
such
always
nice
wearing the
hats.
gear, bro.
You told me to get on there. I bought maybe 3 items, and 2 of them are hats. I have 2 ETH hats that you guys have seen me wear. One of them is a red ETH hat. It looks like a Supreme hat. It's
Yeah.
black and it's got the red, what looks like a Supreme logo, but it says Ethereum. And that is literally, I get so many compliments on that. Busted tees. And then I have the one that's black and it has the brown real leather patch with the Ethereum logo in the middle. They're both like trucker type hats, but they're like nice, thick, heavy hats. We need to reach out to them, Miguel, right? Maybe we need to make a note on that. Let's reach out to them.
We just did live.
Well, right. That's assuming that we like go back and like, oh yeah, watch it again. And yeah, I got you. So let's see. What else do we have going on, Miguel? Let me pull up. Let me see here. Hold on one second. I think
We also had I sent you another link. I forgot what it was
yeah,
about now.
Blockbuster
Yeah,
DAO.
Blockbuster DAO. That's
We,
right. Everything wants to be a DAO now. So
we
they're
talked about
trying they're
this.
trying to revive Blockbuster
Yeah, we
by
talked about
raising
this the
money.
other day on around the blockchain, and I'll touch on it again real quick. So, Blockbuster DAO wants to raise $5 million NFT sales to buy the defunct video brand. Here's the deal, and again, we're just touching briefly on this stuff anyway right now, guys. Blockbuster. Okay, I'm 37 years old. Blockbuster was the place to go. It gives me nostalgic vibes when I hear the name. I think about going to the movie store with my dad, and listen, my dad. Okay, was the first person that I know of, and it's not just because I know, but like of all of my friends and whatever. Well, let me tell you how I know. My dad spent $900 on a DVD player, okay, when they first came out, and he told me that they because dude, and my friends were like, "Whoa, you're playing." The graphics or the picture clarity on this is so good. And I'm like, yeah, my dad's got a DVD player, bro. And like, it was like the coolest thing, right? Um, and so what I'm trying to get at is I remember going into Blockbuster, we would always get VHS, grab a little thing of candy too, and it was a cool thing to do. And then the DVDs, my dad would tell me, "This is the next thing. I'm telling you." And I always was like, "Yeah, whatever," you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, they had like 1 section of DVDs, and then 2 section of DVDs, and then it turned into Blockbuster's not going to be around for that long. And I was like, this man is officially crazy. He was right about this one, but he's crazy about that one. And guess what? And so I think that they're trying to be relevant, just like you said with Marshall Mathers buying the Ape NFT, um, because you have to have somebody. They ultimately talk about wanting to run a streaming service in this, Miguel. And so maybe you can speak on this more, but they have to have somebody to run the business. So what? I don't want to get into a DAO to add another, opportunity for me to run another business on my plate or whatever. Like, I just want to put some money in and crowd funds, and do something cool with it. Can you think of any other reason why they're doing it?
I don't know any other reason why they're doing it. Honestly, I don't. Honestly, I don't. But it could be a very fun experiment, right? Where a DAO buys the rights to something, and then they literally vote on what's the next step. Okay, now we have the rights. Now we're gonna vote on the next step is finding a agency that can run this for us, or finding a marketing agency, or whatever it is, and they just keep voting throughout the process to make the business work. And maybe it fails along the way, right? And it shows that maybe DAOs are just not ready the way they are structured to be actually a business. Or maybe they prove that, hey, we can run a business through a decentralized organization voting on
Right.
what the next steps are.
If you
I mean,
guys know what a DAO is, drop a 1 in the chat if you like the idea behind DAOs. Drop a 2 in the chat if you're like, yeah, get it out of here, because a decentralized autonomous organization is a DAO. right? And it ultimately, I guess the most simple way that I can put it is it gives you voting rights for a small little company, let's call it. We had the Constitution DAO, and they were crowdfunding. They were crowdfunding, putting people's money together to buy the Constitution. And then the people that invested in it would have the decisions, would have the say in what happened with said Constitution. The idea behind it is super freaking cool. I like it. But here's where I kind of get a little bit sideways with it. I get a little sideways with it when, what happens when 50% of that DAO is owned by the same person? And then all of a sudden we're back to, do they put limits via smart contracts, and you can only put in so much to have so much say and control and da 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 da. I don't know. I haven't looked far enough into it. I have not personally put my, funds into one yet. But I like the idea behind them. I just don't know.
I agree.
How they're actually going to execute on running something after they purchase whatever it is that they purchase.
Yeah, I would agree with that too, right? That maybe in the future they would have to have some type of restriction to make sure that there's enough people that is truly decentralized. It's not just 3 people in there, and they bought up the whole thing and they're the ones deciding how things go. And then everyone else pretty much has a tiny crumb of the DAO. And it's like their votes don't really matter because 3 people have pretty much bought off, 75% of all the voting rights.
I wonder if it can work so I own a construction business, and I was thinking about this the other day when I was on around the blockchain. I wonder if I didn't bring this up, but I'm bringing it up now. I wonder if a DAO could work. So let me throw something out here. So like on all of our job sites, right? All of these tools are mine, right? Well, when I say they're mine, I mean I own the business. They're my tools, right? And my employees use them. Okay. I wonder if you could set up a DAO, right, in where your employees all essentially own, crowdfund, or put together money to pay for all of the tools that are used within. And as basically the smart contract executes and says, hey, look, if you put in your part, at all times and keep up on things, and there'd have to be some other stuff, but you essentially earn a percentage on certain jobs because you're now using your own tools. And I literally thought about it because a lot of times, I'll get a phone call like, hey boss, we had something go down. And I'm like, man, that thing's like $600. Okay, go get it. Go get another one, whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be a really cool idea. You'd obviously have to have people on the front end that were willing to say, hey, you know what? Look at life as an investment. And a lot of people don't. They just say, wait a minute, I got to put money out of pocket. Yeah, right. Not happening. Get it out of here, right? But I think it's a cool idea.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool kind of have a business where you literally create a DAO, right? Where people, it's almost like one of these apps, right? One of these like Uber apps, but for tools where everybody puts their tools, they lend their tools out, and then you go and rent them from them. And every individual person is earning a certain amount depending how often that tool
almost
is
like your
used.
tools are NFTs.
Yes, right. You're lending them out, and they're as depending how often they're used is how much money you're making, and then you just make a small percent from offering that service.
Man, there's so many different, there's so many different ideas.
$1 million idea, guys.
Yeah, and there's so many different ideas where when people work together, what you can do versus as an individual, right? If you have 100 people together purchasing, something, it's much easier load on everybody involved, right? Versus just one person eats the whole load. Rob says he works in a lumber yard, and they've been talking about selling the company. It'd be awesome if he had a choice in the next owner. I mean, think about it. I know he said LOL at the end like he was kidding, but I know he's not kidding because ultimately, if he knew somebody that was going to have the lumberyard's best interest at heart, somebody that has probably worked on that same lumberyard, that knows what it's like, because a lot of times business owners, sometimes I should say, business owners have never worked on the other side, right? Like I've swung the hammer, right? I know what that's like before I started my business, right? And so I do take that into account when things are going left, right, sideways, whatever on a job site. And I think all too often there's people that are out of touch. And I think something like that could keep, things on a little bit more level playing field. So I don't know, just kind of some little ideas there. So Sean Brandt, what's going on, brother? I see you. What let me see this right here. Typically, there's an odd number of people with equal voting rights, like 9 or 11. So there's never tied votes. There's a lot of other laws to it, but yeah, Silver Static. I'm just interested to see whether one person
Yeah.
can have more control over another via the amount of money that they put in.
Yeah,
The
what
amount
that
that they invest.
dynamic will work like.
So yeah. So yeah, Crypto fam, I would love to stay on all day. I have to go pick up food right now. It is that time. The Buckeyes play in about 45 minutes, and I've got to have my chicken wings before the game starts. Okay, so I want to tell you guys in advance. Go Bucks! Let's get it. I wish we were playing for a spot in the national championship like we usually are, but we're not tonight. So hopefully, at least we put up a good game. Happy New Year to each and every one of you. If nobody's told you before today, guys, Miguel and I love you. We appreciate you. We do appreciate all of the support that you guys give, and we look forward to continuing pressing on through this year, making money. If you guys are interested in getting more involved, debatecrypto.academy. We are giving away a whole year's worth of market cipher over there. So make sure that you guys are not only subscribed to the channel here, but also a part of our family. So
Yeah,
we
guys.
appreciate each and every one of you guys. We love you. And until next time, hodl.